Welcome back to another episode. We are 𝗘𝗣𝗚𝗦𝗡𝗚. In case you missed our last episode, we completed our journey on the OTT and made it to the tip of Cape York. Now it's time to explore the rest of the northern end. After walking our way back down from the tip, this is when we investigated our wiring issues after noticing the lack of light we had on our way up here. Not being able to find the issue, we continued on and made our way down the road to the old Pajinka Lodge, an abandoned resort. So we've just pulled up right near the tip. There's a, I'm sure you would have seen before, but there is an abandoned resort. We seen it on Uncle Pooley's episode and we thought it looked pretty cool. So here we are going in to check it out, and this is the start of it right here. It was scary when we drove past here in the dark this morning. If we had have done it this morning when we come up here in the dark, ooh. How scary would this have been in the dark, babe?
It was a world-class resort. Hey, 5-star.
Oh, you beauty, this looks good.
Gee whiz.
It's not a spa, but it'll do.
Have you ever seen a resort with a pool with a crocodile in it? Because this would be one.
Anyone else something like that?
Would you jump in and swim to the other side for $10,000?
No.
I'd do fucking more. I'd probably go, oh no, actually no, I wouldn't.
100k.
I could use 10 grand.
Yeah.
Cop up.
You'd probably get like a bit of
We continued exploring the abandoned resort before continuing on and making our way towards the start of the Five Beaches track. After finishing the Five Beaches track, we headed back to camp at Punsand Bay and moved over to our beachfront camp to relax for the afternoon before our last hurrah as a group and to get stuck into some wood-fired pizzas.
The next day, we pack up and head further south to find a new camp. This all turned a bit chaotic, so let's fast forward and tell the story of how our day panned out. Or didn't. Well, what a day we have to tell you about.
It was a big day.
We packed up from Punsand Bay this morning, which is just so weird. It's just been such a long day. Made our way back to Bamberger, took a little drive out to Seisha, but the wind was just absolutely insane. So the boys didn't even stop and fish there. We just kind of like drove out, drove back, and then Michael wanted to go camp at Muti Head. So we headed out there, checked it out.
Yeah, I pulled it up on Wikicamps, looked at all the photos, and don't get me wrong, it looks pretty like beautiful out there, but
not much space. Like there was already some people camping out there, and it wasn't like a huge space to camp. So we decided to continue along the track at Muti Head, down past the World War II radar tower, out to the mouth of the �𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗏. This one was a blue track on new tracks, which we didn't look at until after.
No.
It was pretty fine. It was very, very narrow, very long grass, very sandy, soft sand.
I'll just wait till we get out there and have a
Like
look.
it might be alright out
It might be alright, but then we get out there. There's people out there.
So we were like,
we
phew,
were
there's
like,
people
oh
here.
geez, that's cool. Would have been awesome. So I thought I'd have a look. Anyway, we're like, rightio. We're going to get our fishing rods. We're going to have lunch while we're here. So we head back to the car. Me and Josh were leading the pack, and we've walked across the track. And right behind me was my uncle Ryan, and he has said snake.
And Auntie Sherry and I were like, oh my god, we were about to follow in his tracks.
Yeah. So they all pull up in a halt, and yeah, it seems to be either a brown snake or a taipan.
So.
I'm wearing these, like, and so is Josh. We would have walked pretty much right over the little bastard, and
We were like, that's
it was a bit of a
We're
scary
not having
moment.
lunch here.
I was like, bugger the
Michael's
fishing.
up on the side of the car.
Yeah, I was up on the side. I climbed through the passenger side of the car over the
get
driver's
to
side. I was like, I'm not messing around. Let's get out of here. Bugger Muti Head. We're not doing it. We're gunning it south. Our plan was to get to the 𝗚𝗚𝗏𝗏 ferry.
We got to the 𝗚𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏 ferry, and then we realised, oh, it's actually not free camping here. You have to pay to camp. And yeah, we were like, oh, it's still a bit early in the day, so let's head back to Fruit Bat and camp at the gravel pit near Fruit Bat Falls.
Which is 60k south
and
from 𝗚𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏.
then we crossed the 𝗚𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏 and we're on our way to Fruit Bat, and I've said to Michael, are you sure you don't want to go back to Nolans? And he's like, nah, fuck that.
I was like, we'd done the track off to Seisha from Bamberger. We'd done the track to Muti Head and out to the 𝗚𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and I was like, we've done a bit of trekking today, so let's just, kind of just head to Fruit Bat. I knew that camp was on the side of the road, but
I kept
me
nagging.
having a rubber arm to Nolans.
I was like, are you sure? And we drove past the turn-off, and I was like,
we did.
Nolans is just 10 k's that way. Like, we've just got to go on the telly track for 10 k's back that way, and then we're on Nolans again. And he was like, oh yeah, but we haven't asked anyone else. So we got on the radio, and they were like, oh yes.
I've
And I was
literally
like,
said the same thing.
so we're on Bamberger Road, and we're like, U-turn.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're at Nolans. So
We're back at Nolans,
We're
the place we conquered, and we're gonna camp up tonight. We're gonna spend all day tomorrow here. We're gonna sit out there and watch a few cars come through, hopefully, and just chillax. We're gonna spend the whole day here tomorrow, so
We're
I'm very
excited.
keen.
having a day off.
Yeah, we're just gonna chill out and take it easy. Oh, another thing, while we're going.
On our way back
On our
from
way
this
back
track.
we snapped the bracket that holds the sway bar link. Absolutely snapped in half.
On this track we heard a gadunk, and I was like, oh, that's not a good sound.
Caitlin's like, do you want to get out of the car and check that? I'm
And
like,
Michael's like,
absolutely
no.
not.
Not in this long grass.
No.
So we kept driving back to the road, got out of the car. He's inspecting the front where we've had the tie rod repair happening. I got out of the back because I was sitting in the back, looked at the back, and straight away, before even bending down, I was like, oh, found the problem.
Absolutely snapped in half, but it's not a major issue. It's not going to affect our drive as long as we do take it easy around corners. But yeah, it's just a shame that another thing has broken.
Straw.
So that's just how it rolls. You've got to expect these issues, one on an old car and two on intense tracks like we're doing. So that's just all.
Always be prepared. It's part of the adventure.
Yep, that's what they say.
But anyways, we're going to go kick back for the afternoon, go for a swim, enjoy Nolans, and we'll bring you along for the day tomorrow when we're just cruising around and enjoying our day.
Can't wait.
After a much needed rest, we hit the PDR and make our way back down as far south as Coen, where we pull up for the night at this beautiful free camp on the Bend.
Before we know it, the PDR was done and dusted as we made our way back towards Cooktown to work out our plans for repairs to make for a safer journey home. We decided to pull up for the night at the Lions Den Hotel before hitting the Bloomfield Track in the morning. So you guys last would have seen us doing Cape York. We've decided on the way home we're just going to slow it down and take the coast road. So we are tackling the Bloomfield Track today. And we're going to see what mischief we can get into and see the sights that are on offer. It looks amazing out here, rainforest vibes. Let's get into it. And we've also had quite a bit of rain overnight in the past couple of days, so it's going to be interesting to see what the track has to offer. Regardless, we're going to put the 80 through its paces like always and put it to the test.
As we make our way towards the beautiful Daintree rainforest to hit the Bloomfield Track, we stop to take a look at 𝗘𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚𝗚 It was really eye-opening to see the damage left by the late cyclone Jasper in 2023. Some sections of the forest, like here in this clip, was just absolutely shredded bare. We tried to capture some of the footage of the huge landslides in the distance of the mountains. Tribulation. We've just been down on the beach to check it out there, and now we are heading up to the lookout. So we've also just ordered our parts for the 80 series after the tie rod mischief that we had on the Cape. So
Yeah.
we're going to be stuck in far north Queensland for a few days while we wait for those parts to come in, but it's not a bad spot to be trapped.
Could think of worse.
So our favourite part of our adventures is not knowing where we're going to end up at the end of the day, but we've just pulled up at a pretty good spot.
Yeah, we're at Cape Trib camping spot. Last minute, like Caitlin said, we literally pulled in here and we were like, have you got any sites? And they gave us this one, and it's right by the beach. Gets better. What are we going to go take a peek at?
Yeah, we still haven't spotted a croc on this trip so far, so that is like one thing that we really want to see. Of course we want to see a
100%.
croc.
Far North Queensland, croc country. Let's go find some crocs, and fishing is also permitted in the creek nearby, so we're going to take the rod as well.
Take advantage of that and hopefully catch a fish for us to cook. Do a catch and cook.
Yeah.
And also they've got coconuts here down on the beach because we are in tropical North Queensland, so we are going to go see if we can find a coconut and crack it open.
Yeah, crack it open and have a drink.
Have a drink and have a little nibble. But let's go and enjoy this camp here at Cape Trib. We'll show you what it's like, and it's definitely worth a visit so far, so let's go check it out.
So we're literally just out the front of camp, and we've been told that you can find a coconut, and they've got a coconut splitter. So Caitlin's on a mission right now, trying to find the perfect coconut. She's up in the bush. Loving the island life, aren't you? Even though it's not an island, it's still part of the big one.
I feel like I'm living my island girl dreams. Sounds good.
It sounds promising.
These are your mature coconuts, in case you didn't know.
Yeah. And there's,
I mean, there's lots, but look at some of them.
Some of them have starting to grow shoots. We'll show you guys a bit closer, but the life cycle of a coconut is just crazy. Like, you could actually live your whole life on just coconuts and using the trees for stuff. So
if you're trapped on an island with a coconut tree, you'll
be
never
sweet.
die.
No.
Good food, good medicine, good for making things for shelter and
Hydration.
everything.
Yep.
So let's go see if we can split the coconut.
Give it a
Have
crack.
a treat.
Give it a crack.
Give it a crack. This one will be better. I did the coconut hunting, and now I'm getting Michael to
Give this a go.
to give it a crack. We've never done this before. We don't even know if we're doing it right, so don't copy us. But we got the splitter here and came for a drink. How's it going? We're splitting it.
Yeah.
Okay. These ones haven't been. I reckon he's doing a pretty good job.
First time, eh?
Hard work. You deserve a treat after this. Maybe we'll go to the bar.
Maybe. Not going to say no to that.
Alright, rating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ripper. Couldn't catch a fish, so we got a coconut. You'll beauty.
Well, you've got two very different selections going on.
Yeah, you got to mix it up. Keep it interesting.
Which one tastes better? Weird combo.
Coconut's a lot smoother, but beating a cold beer is pretty hard.
We woke up early the next morning to enjoy a beautiful sunrise on the beach before packing up and making our way further south. We stop along the way for a botanical rainforest walk before crossing the Daintree River and stopping in at the Daintree Ice Cream Factory for a treat. Oh my god, we're actually about to watch a man jump off a cliff. This is so random. Oh my god, that looks so fun! Oh my god, look at him go! Oh, that is so cool! Whee! That looks like so much fun! Fuck yeah!
This is the cheapest flight that I could get back to the Gold Coast. So he's just going to pull up and I'm just going to jump on and away we go. Seeing as though the 80 doesn't want to take me home. Never seen someone fly in a sleeping bag either. So that's a first. It's so strange. I wasn't expecting to see this today. It's awesome.
Oh, it's so funny because this episode is so random. We weren't even going to film it, but we were like, you know what?
Yep.
Let's just do it, even if no one likes it.
Eventually we're going to come back to this area and do a more wholesome sort of video with the 300 and the van setup. But we thought, you know what, we're driving through, we might as well show you guys a little bit of a taste of far north Queensland and just some little snippets.
And it's been a fun random ride so far, so even though it's not like our usual, we hope you're enjoying it. You know?
I don't know what's around the corner. Like I said, there could be a crocodile or a man flying a sleeping bag. So
after a night off camera at Ellis Beach, we finally made our way to Cairns, where we pull up for a few days in a caravan park awaiting parts. We have made it to Cairns. You won't be seeing us do much here because we are parked up at a caravan park for a few days while we wait for the parts to arrive for the 80, and then we're going to turn our campsite here into a mechanic workshop and fix the steering arm and the tie rods. So we are just going to kick back here and enjoy ourselves. It is the luxury of having a caravan park. Something we don't do often, but we're here to enjoy it and just kick back and unwind. What is going on here?
well, not only has the 80 copped an absolute beating on the tracks, so is the old Oz Trail camp chair. $20 special from Anaconda. So I thought I'd just do some running repairs on the dog. Get it up and running again. Should be good as gold. Should have another 100,000 k's in it.
Apparently it wasn't built to hold Michael's weight.
Oh, wow.
Well, it is only a budget little chair. It's pretty flimsy, I would say, but
Not flimsy now.
Michael did a little bit of a bush fix when we were back at Nolans with zip ties, and the zip ties didn't hold up. So now the gaffer tape has come out.
And we're going to foolproof it. It is going to be probably better than when I bought it. Don't hold me to that.
Oh, making them the other day.
Pretty much. So this is the test. Hours of work, sweat and dedication. And I can sit back into my comfy chair. Bit of gaffer tape and zip ties, which is brand new. This doesn't work. But it's portable, you can move it around here.
And show what you can do if there's a drink in there.
If there's a drink in there,
Yeah.
go.
Oh, you're so funny.
Yeah, hilarious.
Rewinding a few days later, we swap out the new steering arm to get us back on the road. We gun it south towards Townsville, but not without more issues. We will leave this to unpack in our next episode, where we talk all things Cape York. For now, let's kick back and watch our final adventures of this trip with a stop at Crystal Creek to enjoy the rock slides. Are you excited for the rock slide after your big drive?
Yeah, I am. It was a big drive. It was like, not huge, but it was like
Enough to make
3.5 hours.
Enough to make you a bit dozy.
Yeah.
Enough
and
to
I
make
really
you hangry.
Really needed to feed. So, yep, let's go do a rock slide.
Another fun fact of the day. Here at Crystal Creek, they've got crystal clear water. It is. I'm looking at it down there. It looks beautiful. I can't wait to go for a swim. It's nice to do some exploring after having some down days. It's what I love doing the most. Getting out there and having fun in beautiful places, especially in nature like this. That's all for now. We hope you enjoyed this episode and we'll catch you again in our next one. 2, 1, here he goes! Woo!